Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. During the finale of American Idol, one of the contestants made Carrie Underwood cry. This did not appear on camera. People who witnessed her doing so during the finale, on the other hand, are exposing her. She had a favorite contestant who she hoped would win. However, their performance moved her in ways she couldn't articulate, prompting her to shed a few tears. Continue watching to learn more about this predicament. The American Idol finale lasted 3 hours and aired on Sunday, May 18th. The three finalists were Brianna Nix, John Foster, and Jamal Roberts. Jamal, on the other hand, proved to be a formidable opponent, capturing the championship. Jamal has now released a single. John Foster is also working on a new record following his second-place finish in the show. Brianna placed in the top 3. However, she was the first eliminated and did not advance to the final 2. Fans were thrilled that Jamal won. They wish, however, that the ending had been shorter and more focused. In the opinion of the viewers, there were numerous needless performances in the finale. Carrie was obviously emotional. At least twice, she was spotted wiping away tears. She was attempting to remain discreet, but her eyes appeared to well up with tears, and she was deeply moved by what she was experiencing. Brianna was one of Carrie's favorites throughout the season, and she was genuinely rooting for her to win. So, it appears that Carrie wanted Brianna to win the entire time. She fell in love with her narrative throughout the auditions. Brianna Nix appears to have moved Carrie Underwood to tears with her performance. She attempted to quietly wipe them away, hoping no one would see. People who attended the finale did notice and are letting others know. Fans are relieved that Brianna did not win, as they were cheering for either Jamal or John. What are your thoughts about this? Are you surprised that Carrie sobbed during Brianna's performance? Comment below. We'd love to hear your comments on the situation. The American Idol Season 23 finale, which aired on Sunday, May 18, 2025, was a 3-hour spectacle that brought together the raw emotions of live performances, nail-biting suspense, and the culmination of a months-long journey for 3 incredibly talented finalists, Brianna Nix, John Foster, and Jamal Roberts. While the headlines have focused on Jamal's well-deserved victory and his newly released single, there is a far more intimate, untelevised moment that quietly stole the spotlight behind the scenes, a moment involving country music superstar Carrie Underwood, a guest mentor and performer during the finale, and her deeply emotional reaction to one contestant in particular, Brianna Nix. Although television cameras didn't catch it, eyewitnesses in the studio audience did. Carrie, seated among the show's elite guests and former winners, appeared visibly emotional after Brianna's solo performance. As the stage lights dimmed and the audience erupted in applause, several attendees spotted Carrie dabbing her eyes with a tissue, trying to be as discreet as possible. Her signature poise wavered ever so slightly. It wasn't just a fleeting moment of sentimentality, it was a reaction steeped in something deeper, something personal. And now, those who noticed are speaking up, revealing a vulnerable moment that viewers at home never saw. Carrie Underwood, who herself rose to fame after winning American Idol in 2005, has always been a stalwart supporter of the franchise. Her involvement in the 2025 season came as no surprise. She had returned as a mentor for the top 5 and performed a medley of her hits during the finale. However, what fans didn't expect was how emotionally invested she had become in one of this year's contestants. Sources close to the show, including crew members and insiders, have confirmed what some in the audience already suspected: Carrie had been quietly rooting for Brianna Nix throughout the season. Brianna, a 20-year-old powerhouse from Asheville, North Carolina, captivated the judges from her very first audition. She sang an original composition about loss and resilience, one inspired by the death of her older sister, who had once dreamed of auditioning for Idol herself. The performance had an immediate effect on Carrie, who was watching live from behind the scenes that day. After Brianna left the audition room, Carrie reportedly asked a producer for a copy of the audition tape. "There's something about her," she had said, her voice catching slightly. "She sings like she's lived 10 lives." Carrie's connection to Brianna deepened as the weeks went by. Though she wasn't involved in every stage of mentoring, she made a point to send words of encouragement to the young contestant. During Hollywood Week, a stage notoriously known for breaking down the most confident performers, Brianna struggled with vocal fatigue and almost withdrew. It was Carrie who sent a handwritten note to her hotel room, reminding her that pain is proof of purpose and encouraging her to keep going. Brianna later credited that gesture as one of the reasons she didn't quit. And so, by the time the finale rolled around, it wasn't just another competition to Carrie. Brianna represented something pure, something unfiltered in a season filled with industry-polished hopefuls. Her voice, full of grit and fragility, echoed with the kind of honesty Carrie herself had once leaned on when she was just a farm girl from Oklahoma standing on the same stage. The finale itself was a lavish affair, brimming with guest performances and celebrity appearances. Despite fans' complaints afterward that the show was bloated and cluttered with too many filler performances, the heart of the night rested in the top three's final showcase. Jamal brought the house down with a gospel-infused rendition of "A Change Is Gonna Come." John Foster leaned into his rock influences, performing a mashup that included an electrifying guitar solo. But it was Brianna's quiet, stripped-back cover of Tracy Chapman's "The Promise" that seemed to cut through the noise. The moment Brianna finished singing, a hush fell over the studio. Even the judges, Katy Perry, Luke Bryan, and Lionel Richie, sat in odd silence before rising to their feet. But off-camera, something else was happening. Carrie Underwood, seated not far from the judges' panel, lowered her head and pressed her fingers gently to the corner of her eye. Witnesses near her section described her as visibly overwhelmed and clearly emotional. Some fans in the audience exchanged glances, uncertain if they were seeing what they thought they were seeing. Was Carrie Underwood crying? According to several who were there, the answer is yes. One concertgoer, Alexis Merritt, who had traveled from Michigan to attend the finale live, later posted on TikTok, "You all, I swear on everything, Carrie Underwood was crying during Brianna's performance. I thought I imagined it, but then the lady next to me said, 'Carrie's crying.' She kept trying to wipe her face all subtle, but it was clear as day." Another attendee, a crew member who wished to remain anonymous, confirmed the story. "She didn't want anyone to see," the crew member said. But when Brianna finished, Carrie stood up and clapped the hardest. "I've seen Carrie at 100 events. That night was different." Brianna's elimination, which came just before the final two were announced, was a crushing moment for her supporters. Though she had made it further than most contestants ever dream, her exit felt like a twist of the knife for those who believed her raw artistry set her apart. Carrie, according to backstage reports, made her way to Brianna after the show ended and gave her a long, tearful hug. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe my channel and do not miss any update.